it's Annette and Jessica with the Constipation Gurus. We're here today to talk about supplements, laxatives, and stimulants. I know when I go into the store, I don't know the difference between half of these different brands and different things out here. So when I say we, I really mean Jessica, because in the clinic here, I don't deal with any of that. It's too much, and so I pass them over to her. So we're going to be talking about that today.
So I actually went to the drugstore before I came into the clinic this morning, knowing that we were going to talk about this. And I have to be honest, I don't know that I've actually been to the like digestive aid shelf at a drugstore in a little while. And I thought it'd be just good to go see what's available.
She cleared the shelf.
I cleared the shelf. I came home with quite the haul. And I thought, no wonder everyone is so confused. Like, I bought, let's see, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bought 6 products that I'll show you in a minute. And then I have like another 6 products at least that we had here in the clinic already. And this wasn't even everything available. Like, these were things that I thought, you know, that we've had patients that have tried or the doctors have recommended, whatever. So I thought it would be good.
Very helpful.
Very helpful for you watching and for Annette, actually.
I'm learning a lot today, too, watching this.
I thought it would be good for us to just kind of go through some of these things. I can talk about when I recommend certain ones, and we'll just see how this goes. If you have questions, let us know. We want to answer them. I want to answer them, but I'm going to go through some of these things. So we're going to start with a couple of supplements first. So I actually have in front of me 2 different prebiotics. Now, prebiotics are fiber. So they're usually things like inulin or chicory root, like Activia yogurt. That's what they put in there. So they have like a chicory root or an inulin in there. Prebiotics are the food for the good bacteria, the probiotics. So you have to have enough prebiotics to make probiotic in your system. And prebiotics are fiber. So if your child is eating a low fiber diet, maybe your kiddo is a really picky eater, just not getting a ton of fiber, a prebiotic can be beneficial. Now, if your child hardly eats any fruits or vegetables or whole grains, don't go gangbusters with these. You know, you want to add these things slowly. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of gas and bloating, and that's really uncomfortable. So I'm going to show you 2 of the things. One is this organic gut superfood. And this is a powder. This one happens to be the summer berry pomegranate flavor. It smells pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it's like berry flavored. And so I've tried this. I actually had this at home. In 1 scoop, you get 6 grams of fiber. So everything is in here is organic. They're quote unquote superfoods, whatever those really are. But you mix this in, you can mix this into water. I've mixed this into smoothies, into yogurt, applesauce. So that is one way to get in a little bit of extra fiber. This also has some vitamins and minerals in it. So, you know, this is by Genuine Health. I got this on Amazon. This is the gut superfood. So again, if you have a picky eater or a child with a lower fiber diet who needs a little bit more fiber, that might be beneficial for them. The other prebiotic that we kind of recommend, or I talk to parents about, is by Begin Health. So this is a prebiotic. It comes in little satchels. Let me show you. Kind of like the little Crystal Light satchels. Okay. And in 1 full packet of this, we have 3 grams of fiber. And Begin Health is really kind of clear on their recommendations that you start with half of a packet first. So don't just load your kid up on the full packet. Try half a packet first for a good few days to a week before you go to a whole packet. And you can actually get a 7-day free trial on Begin Health's website. We'll link that below after the video. So those are 2 prebiotics. Again, this is a way to get in a little more fiber. If your child has slow motility, you know, meaning the food passes through slowly, Adding fiber, even Annette knows that. Adding fiber is not the right option. But for a kiddo whose diet is less than optimal in produce and whole grains, adding in a little bit of extra fiber might not be a bad idea. I prefer these over like the fiber gummies. The Begin Health Prebiotic is flavorless. You can actually bake with it, so you can mix it into anything, like a smoothie, applesauce, yogurt, pudding. You can mix it into a drink, but you can also bake with it. So you can make muffins or cookies with it too. So lots of different ways to use that because it truly is flavorless. So those are two good options for prebiotics. So these are things that I would probably try, you know, maybe before heading into the supplement world, but or the laxative world, I should say. But they're good options to add in even if your child is already on a laxative. So any questions on that? No. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to move those over. So next we're going to go into osmotic laxatives. So osmotic laxatives pull water into the GI tract and it helps soften the stool. Okay. So osmotic laxatives do not stimulate a bowel movement. And that's really like a very clear distinction that we make in the clinic. We have a lot of kids who are on, come in on high amounts of an osmotic laxative, and there might be leaking stool because the stool is so liquidy, but they're not actually stimulating a bowel movement. So the only thing in our clinic that we use osmotic laxatives for is to soften the stool. Right? We don't want liquid poop. We just want soft. We want it like soft, slightly, you know, kind of still holds a shape to it, but not liquid. So the most common one is Miralax. You have feelings about Miralax. I have feelings about Miralax. We're just going to leave it at that. So that is an osmotic laxative. The ones that we commonly recommend in the clinic, we have, I meant to grab the Natural Calm powder. So we use Natural Calm often. This is the gummies, and I'll show you what these look like. What? Yeah, it's okay. They're like a little gumdrop gummy. So they're a little bit more firm than like a fruit snack gummy. So Natural Calm comes in the gummy, and it also comes in the powder. If you are looking to do a clean out with a magnesium product, the Natural Calm powder is the best option for cleaning out. The Natural Calm gummies are great. They're both magnesium citrate. I will say the powder is definitely more effective, but if you are looking for something that your child is willing to take on a regular basis, we tend to find the Natural Calm gummies does the trick, okay? And you've taken these.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
Easy to take.
Yeah, they're easy to take. They're, like I said, they're more of a gumdrop consistency.
Yep.
Yeah, versus the fruit snack. So that would be a good option. The other option, and if you're going to use the powder, just read the directions carefully. You have to mix the powder in a little bit of boiling water so it fizzes, and then you can put it in some other kind of drink. The unflavored powder is a little bit easier to hide than some of the flavored powders. But it is a little bit of trial and error to find the right thing that your child is willing to take. So that's Natural Calm. The other product that you've probably heard us talk about over and over is the Mag Go product. This is from Raise Them Well, Mag Go. This happens to be the orange flavor that also comes in a berry flavor. The scoop in here is like a teeny tiny little scoop. The directions say to mix it with 8 ounces of water. You can mix it with less and just take it like a liquid medicine if needed. This is a different type of magnesium. So Natural Calm is magnesium citrate, which is really effective for cleanouts. But for something a little bit longer term, magnesium oxide, which is what Mag Go is, might be a little bit better option. It's not as readily absorbed in the body. It produces like a gentle pushing because of the oxide. It produces a little bit of gas in there. Nothing you need to worry about gas-wise, but it does help kind of move things along a bit. So that is Mag Go. So again, osmotic laxatives. We have Miralax. We have Natural Calm gummies or powder. We have Mag Go. And then we have one more thing. And again, these aren't even all of the options that were at the drugstore. Some of our patients use the Dulcolax soft chews. And this is magnesium hydroxide. So
Just
to add another one, a little bit more confusion. Now, and it says stimulant free right here on the package. Again, osmotic laxative, pulling water into the stool. I will say I don't usually recommend this as often because the ingredients are longer, the ingredient list is longer and not as natural. So Natural Calm and Mag Go are my go-tos in the clinic. When someone tells me they want something more natural, that's what I'll opt for. But the Dulcolax soft chews are effective. They're just not as natural. So depends on what your goals are. Yeah. So, as I said, that's not even everything that was available on the shelf.
No, I didn't know about the hydroxide.
Yeah, yep. Okay. So there's lots of different forms of magnesium. Some forms of magnesium are better for headaches. Some is better for kind of calming the body. Lots of different forms, lots of different uses. So those are the osmotic laxatives that we typically either see in the clinic or recommend. Now we're going to move along to stimulant laxatives. So, as I said, an osmotic laxative, its job is to soften the stool, draws water into the stool, making it softer. Our goal in the clinic is not to liquefy the poop, it is just to make it soft. If you have a child that still needs help, so maybe you've tried adding fiber, you've tried adding water, you've tried an osmotic laxative, you have stool that is soft and easy to push out, but your child still isn't actually going, then we need either a stimulant laxative and or a suppository or enema. We'll get to that. But the typical stimulant laxatives that we generally see and recommend, one is X-Lax. So these are Senna products. So this is X-Lax. It's, you know, the little chocolate bars. And I actually, Annette and I were talking about this earlier. Whether this is the typical size that most people are using at home. I think it is. We thought that these were a little bit smaller than what we are used to seeing. But one square is 15 milligrams of Senna. So that's an option. You know, it's chocolate flavored, so kids generally are willing to take it. But again, X-Lax or any stimulant laxative causes peristalsis in the GI tract, pushes the stool along, and you know, produces a bowel movement for kids. So that's one, is X-Lax. The other one, and this is confusing, is Dulcolax. So we have two Dulcolax brand products. One is an osmotic laxative, right? This one was the magnesium hydroxide. This one is bisacodyl, which is a different kind of stimulant laxative. Just so confusing, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's whatever works best for your child, whatever, you know, you can get your child to take. This Dulcolax is they're tablets, so your child would have to be able to swallow them. And there is instruction on here for children 6 to 12 years old and up. Let me check. I should have checked the X-Lax. Same with the X-Lax, is 6 and up. Now, I have used X-Lax for kids who are younger, and we just decrease the dose significantly. But, you know, those are two different stimulant laxatives. Okay. And then I have a third stimulant. Now, this one is an organic Senna laxative. This actually came up in our private Facebook group, the Constipation Crew, not too long ago, because we were talking about, you know, if we're recommending X-Lax as a stimulant laxative, a Senna product, could we find something that was a little bit more natural than the ingredient list in X-Lax? I can't, you see if you can find, the writing is so small. See if you can find the ingredient list for there. But the ingredient list for this, besides the Senna side, now X-Lax has 15 milligrams of Senna per square. This has, this is a tablet, so there's 12 milligrams per tablet. Let's take a look at how big these are. So roughly the same amount of Senna as what's in X-Lax. I'm going to hand it over to Vanna here to be my hands.
Look at me.
But ingredients in here, everything is organic. We have organic dextrose, maltodextrin, organic rice bran extract, and sodium biscarbonate. So pretty natural ingredients. The tablets aren't too big, you know, they're definitely smaller than like a dime. So if you have a child that could swallow something like that, then maybe, and you need a stimulant laxative, that might be a better option for you if you're looking for something that's a little bit more natural. So again, that was the Genexa Lax Aid, and it says it's an organic senna laxative. I was able to find this at Walgreens. I'm not sure, you know, wherever you are, if you can find that locally, but you can definitely order it online. So,
do you want these ingredients?
Yeah, can you read those?
Yeah. Cocoa powder, hydrogenated vegetable oils, salt, soy, sugar, vanilla, whey powder.
Okay.
Those are inactive ingredients. So
yeah, so I mean, those ingredients aren't too terribly scary to me. So still kind of on the more natural side. It's still a stimulant laxative, it's still senna, but not, you know, no crazy long things that Annette couldn't pronounce. Okay. All right, so
Goodness.
I know.
One more, you guys.
One more. So if you need something besides a stimulant, so 2 ways to, you know, really encourage and stimulate a bowel movement is to use the stimulant laxative or a suppository or enema. So I wanted to show you quickly. These are things that we do sometimes use in the clinic. This is a Pedialax liquid glycerin suppository, and they're just these little, one of my clients used to call these rockets. They were like butt rockets. So, you know, the cap has a little bit of lubrication on it. You would probably need to add a little bit more. You insert that, squeeze it in. Bowel movement within like 2 to 5 minutes, really. So these are pediatric liquid glycerin suppositories. And some kids, you know, really need these. And some kids tolerate them daily, and it works really well. And we have certain cases that we definitely recommend these for. So that's the liquid glycerin suppository. They're nice and small, gentle. I'm hesitant to even show this. This is a ready-to-use saline enema. This would be more of an adult-size enema. I shouldn't say never. We very rarely would have a child needing something like this. Maybe an older kiddo that we would be working with might need it. But that's another option. So, whew.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot, right? So if you have questions about these, we are happy to help if we can.
Jess is happy to help.
I'm happy to help. We can't make specific recommendations, but we can certainly give you some information and share a little bit more background about when we use each of these products, when I use each of these products. Everything here, like I said, is over the counter. Nothing needed a prescription, but we always do recommend chatting with your doctor about any of these products that you might be using. So hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you are looking for more either one-on-one help or more, you know, a place to get your questions really answered, we do offer our virtual consults. Those are 45 minutes with Annette and I, where we can talk specifically about your child and answer some questions and, you know, help you in that, you know, with what's going on with your kiddo. And then we have our private Facebook group, our constipation crew, that you can join for a subscription. We have some great guest speakers that we bring in there, live Q&A sessions, and you can ask us questions anytime. So, yeah, anything else?
No, you really
Okay.
covered it
all.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.